was a man who'd seen the world, loved 1,000 girls, all while traveling in one.
I had no idea what the hell this song was when Grant brought it to us and said, let's put this on the record. It was a pretty far out concept, but it was probably one of the most fun to actually see it come to life. Probably the turning point was actually muting the acoustic. It was originally played on just acoustic with Grant singing, and we basically got rid of that. Someone had an idea to get a piano accordion in, bit of double bass, and now it's just become this beautiful little character song. A real strange one to have in the middle of an album, but La Rosa.
We're recording accordion with Kerry Panara. Squeezebox Monster.
We had the good fortune of a good friend of ours, Kerry, come into the studio and play piano accordion, or squeezebox, and he destroyed it. He nailed it. Basically, I imagine he would have listened to the song the night before, came in the studio, first take was amazing. All those little flourishes you hear, that was lead lines he must have prepared earlier, all pulling out on the spot. He did a wicked job.
La Rosa started as a bit of a faux Spanish kind of vibe, something that Grant would muck around with in the rehearsal room. It was never something that we actually really took seriously as a song.
The way I write guitar parts, it's not a hugely scientific process. I make shapes and then I move them around. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just listening for any sort of patterns in the chaos. And that's how La Rosa came about. I was playing around with a kind of Latinesque chord movement. And I was just playing it in the periphery at rehearsals. I wasn't really putting it on the table as something to work on per se, but it kind of just caught everyone's imagination a little bit, I guess.
Placing a track like La Rosa on an album can be quite challenging. There's a lot of discussion as to whether we would put it, you know, much later on the album, being a bit of a small character song, but I think we ended up going with the idea of it being an intermission, smack bang in the middle of the album, to sort of break it into two halves, and it serves that purpose really well.
La Rosa didn't have anything to do with it. Sounds cool.